Hi everyone, Gemma here. Thank you for watching today. So I've got this gorgeous 5x7 building block card. Really quick and easy to put together. No specialty dies are required. I've got this lovely belly band on the front there with Happy Mother's Day. Those gorgeous flowers. The belly band is still drying, so I'm going to just be really mindful when I'm taking that off. Otherwise I just normally slide it off, but I'm using 3D glue gel there, so they haven't dried just yet. So it opens up like so, and we've got these 3 building blocks inside that spell out Mam. If you don't know, I'm from Wales, so that's how we refer to our mother. Depending on sort of where you are in the world, you might want to change this letter to a U or an O, or however you spell it. And I think it's turned out really lovely. So it all folds down flat. Got the back to write your message, and then got that gorgeous topper there to finish off the front. So as I said, no specialty dies to make this project, so let's get started. To make the card base, you need a piece of 10x7, and along the 10-inch side a score at 5. Then you need a piece of 5.5x7, and along the 5.5-inch side score at 5. So they are your pieces to create your card base. Then for your building blocks, you need 3 pieces of 5x2, and along the 5-inch side scored 1/2 inch, 2.5 and 4.5. So do that for all 3 pieces. So I'm going to take my largest panel and fold and burnish, and then take my smaller panel and also fold and burnish. Now you can trim a little bit off the edge here if you want. I'm going to use this tab to attach to the back end of this panel here, like so, and then it'll fold down flat to a 5x7. So I'm going to take some quick grab glue for this tab. So I've gone ahead and attached it to the tab there, and it all folds down flat like so. So you're creating this sort of S or Z shape, depending on how you look at it. So you want when you look at the card face on, the front panel will be here with the mountain fold, and then the 2 inner panels with the valley. So it'll all fold down flat like so. So I'm going to decorate the panels first before we add the building blocks, and I've got 4 pieces of 4 3/4. Let me just check that. Yeah, 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I've got 2 in the striped pattern, and then 1 in this lovely floral, and I've got a piece of white then to go on the back to write the message. So I'm just going to stick these 3 panels and the white panel on the back, and then I'll talk you through the building blocks. So pattern paper now attached, I'm going to bring in my 3 building blocks. So you want to fold and burnish along the score lines, and all the folds are mountain folds. Just give those a good burnish. And we're going to space these out evenly over the card base. So maybe place 2 or 3 down and sort of give yourself a guide of where you want them placed, and then add your glue. So I'm going to add Collal glue to this, 1 because it'll help strengthen it, and 2 it'll also give us a lot of wiggle time with this. So just in case we get our placement off slightly, we can move these up and down. So where the score line is here, this mountain fold, it needs to line up with the score line on the card. So it needs to be in line with that. Next I'm going to decorate each panel with some white cardstock. So I've got 6 pieces of 1 3/4 squared, and they're going to sit just over the top of there, like so. And I've also cut Mam. I'm going to pop those on the building blocks as well. So I thought the green would pop really well against the pink and just pick out those darker green shades within this floral pattern. So you could add little images on here, you could add more pattern papers, you could have mats and layers. I just thought it'd be really cool to spell out Mam, so whether you're looking at it from sort of the left hand side or the right hand side, it'll both sides will spell out Mam. Obviously when it's in its upright position and how you angle it, you will only sort of see the one side. So I thought that was a really good idea for the building blocks card. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So I'm just going to go ahead now and attach the white and the letters, and I'll come back to you. So once everything is attached, it should all fall down flat like so. So I've got a small amount of bulk. If you pop those panels up onto some foam and the letters as well, you will have more bulk again. But as you can see, if you stand it there, you've got this really nice sort of block then that forms, and when it's on display you will see it from this side or this side, and I think that looks really cool. So I've got a belly band just to finish this off. Got the space on the back to write your message. I've just used some scrap cardstock to create the belly band, and the circle nesting dies from Creative Craft Products. The papers are from Simply Made Crafts. This is the Summer Fun paper pad. Unfortunately it's no longer available, so apologies about that, but I have quite a lot in my stash, so I wanted to use that up. These letters here are from Made to Surprise. They're the chunky alphabet dies. So everything I'm using in today's video will be listed in the description box below. So I've got these 2 circles there to form the topper, and I've been using these flowers throughout my Mother's Day project. These are from Chloe's Creative Cards, and these are the country flower, I believe. So I embossed quite a lot of, or heat embossed quite a lot of the flowers with a layer of vellum and white embossing powder, and I thought they looked really nice. But I did cut a bunch of these sort of flower shapes, so I had a lot left behind. So rather than use the vellum look this time, I thought I would just use them on their own. I'm going to add some gems or pearls in the center of those, and I've got some foliage dies. So I might change this up because I'm not too sure of that green there. I'm going to bring in the same green that I've used for the letters here, and that will be my topper complete. So I will add a sentiment, Happy Mother's Day, but I do want to add another sort of a verse or a poem, and I don't have anything like that in my stash, so I am going to use my computer and just type that up and print that off. So I'm going to come back to you once I've decorated everything. The belly band is pretty simple. You can either bend this around. I'm using a lighter weight cardstock here, so I think this will be fine to bend around the card. If you're worried about cracking, then just pop this in your scoreboard and score either side of the card base. But you want to just make sure you've got sort of equal overhang on each side, and make sure your card and the belly band is straight. Just wrap that around like so. So once you know that that sort of moves freely up and down, you can attach that together, or if your cardstock doesn't meet, then use your topper to bring both sides together. So I'm just going to use a little bit of quick grab glue on either end of this just to get it attached. And as I said, I'm going to work on the topper and the sentiment just off camera, and I'm going to come back to you with the final card. So there's the finished card. I'm just going to be really careful of this topper because I'm using 3D glue gel and it hasn't dried yet. So I just don't want to move any of those flowers or the sentiment around. So the belly band slides off really easy, and then you open it up with the building blocks inside. So it'll stand up sort of like a Z shape and form these blocks here on the right hand side. Write your message on the back, and I thought I didn't have a Mother's Day stamp in my stash, but it turns out I do. So I've stamped Happy Mother's Day, and that's using a paper ink stamp set. So I'll link that in the description box below. And I think the toppers turn out really lovely. Just love those dark green leaves with the white, the contrasting against that pink. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick tutorial from me today. I've got another Mother's Day card to share with you, and one more gift box sort of caddy to share as well. So 2 more videos left in the Mother's Day series, and then we'll be starting on Easter. So I hope you are enjoying the series so far. Lots of different ideas. Really nice to sort of build up those 3D projects or gift boxes or bags on the channel, and I hope you're enjoying recreating them. There's been lots of people sharing their makes over on the Facebook group Gems. So if you haven't joined that, then there's a link in the description box below, and you can go over there and become a member. So anything that's been inspired by my YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and so on, you can share your makes inspired by me. So any of the products used in today's video, as normal, will be listed in the description box below. I hope you have a lovely crafty day, and I'll see you in the next one.